Hello students, a very warm welcome to Arihant Online Academy, and here in this session we are going to solve and write how to add two matrices in C language. So basically the concept is same. If we are having two matrices of any order, right, then basically the concept is same, that each and every column is going to add with the row, and that particular element is going to be deduced. And one by one, we have to do this for each and every column and each and every row, each and every combination basically we need, right? So here, if you are going to see int r, c, a matrix, b another matrix, and sum, that is going to add the result of a and b into it. This is declared. I and j are further variables which we have declared. So right now we have declared three array. We have initialized three array. The array A, which is having capacity of 100 rows and 100 columns. Another another array is also giving the capacity maximum of 100 by 100. Basically, they can be manipulated. If you want more memory, we can do 1000 by 1000 or 50 by 50, 5 by 5, depends on the need, right? And this is the another variable, sum, basically going to hold the result of the addition of A and B matrices into it. Now, first message that user is going to see on its screen is enter the number of rows between 1 to 100. As we have taken 100 by 100, so user may enter any number of rows in any number of columns. Let's say 5 by 4, 3 by 2, any number of rows and any number of columns user can enter. So rows are going to store at the address of R, and columns are going to store at the address of C. R is for row, C is for column, right? Now, what we are asking, enter elements of first matrices. So let's say user have entered 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 cross 2 matrices. So what we are doing, we want to fill that matrice now. We want to fill that matrice from the user itself. So using two for loops, we can do this. One for loop is for rows and another for loop is for column. How we are going to run it? Let's say the value of R is 3. So this upper for loop is going to run 3 times, but if it's going to run 1 time, then this column loop is going to run completely. Let's say the number of columns is 2. So for every value of R, this is going to run 2 times. So ultimately 3 cross 2 matrix is nothing but total 6 elements user have to fill, and each and every element is further be saved at the address of aij. So initially, if the value of I is 0, j is 0. So first element is going to store at address of 0, 0. Thereafter, this column is going to be checked with the value of j. So 0 is less than 0 is less than 2, true. 1 is less than 2, it is also true. So the second element is going to store at the address of 0, 1, likewise that. So you can simply assume that first row is done. Now it's time to fill next row, but for the next row, the second for loop, that is 2 less than 2, it's going to fail. So we are going to the first for loop. Then the value of I is going to increase by 1. So 0 becomes 1 now. 1 is less than 3. Yes, it is less than 3. Again, we are going to here, and 1 j is again initialized with 0. So 0 is less than 2. Yes, true. So the next is going to be stored at address of A. 0, 0, 0, 1 is already done. Now this position is done. Now the next position is A1, 0. A1, 0. Because value of I is 0 and value of I is 1 and value of j is 0. And next element is going to store at A1, 1. And thereafter it is going to be fail. And thereafter, again, this loop is going to run. So basically what we are doing, let's say user have entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this location is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 0, 2, 1. And it's going to run like that. And every time these elements are going to store at this position. This is for first matrix. Similarly, for the next matrix, second matrix, we are going to do same 2 for loop. It might be of any size, 3 by 4, 2 by 2, whatever. No problem, whatever size it can be. So similarly, till the number of rows and till the number of columns. Let's say if we are having 4 cross 5 matrix, or maybe 3 cross 4, any matrices it can be. So for each and every row, complete elements will be filled and it's going to fail. Thereafter again, upper for loop will work, value of I will be increased, and one by one we are going to store that value. Now after that, what we are going to do? Now we are adding. How we are adding? The first element in the first matrix at the position A00, and the first element in the next matrix is B00, isn't it? It is the index of first matrix. It is the index of second matrix. So we add it. Thereafter, we are going to increase this and this also. Means the second one will be A01 plus B01. And this is going to be added. And how many times this is going to be run? This is going to be ran till this I is completed and J is completed. So let's say 3 by 4 matrices we are having. So till 3 by 4, all the 12 elements are going to add, and till that it is going to add, right? So basically sum, this every time whatever this is producing, this can be produced any result. So this result is every time stored in sum ij, that is sum 0 0. This result is going to be stored in sum 0 1, right? Next time whatever it would be, sum, it is going to be stored in 1 0, then sum 1 1. Depends that what is the size of matrice, and thereafter simply a matrice, that is the sum matrice, will be generated where the elements are nothing but the result of sum of first matrice and second matrice will be there. And again we are using for 2 for loops, and one by one each element is going to be printed in the matrices order, right? So j equals to c minus 1. It means that if column ends, it's going to break the line and next line is going to print. This is going to print. This is the break line, break statement. So if column ends, next line printed. Again, if we are at the c minus 1 is because we are starting our indexing from 0. So let's say 4 columns. It means that 0 1 2 3, thereafter line break, 0 1 2 3 line break, 0 1 2 3 line break. That is why we have used this statement and then return 0. So I have write this code here and let me run it. So the concept would be more clear. Add matrice.c. Okay, the name of program is add matrice.c. So let's run it. Let's run it. Add matrice .c. Compiling. Okay. Enter the number of rows. I can enter any number of rows. Let's say 3. Enter number of columns 2. Enter first matrix. Let's say 12. Second element is 12, 13, 14, whatever. So this is the first matrix. Now I need to enter the next matrices elements. Let me do anything, and here you can simply see A11 is added with B11, 34 plus 12, 46. 812 is going to add with B12, 45 plus 12, 57, and likewise that you can see this is the result. So 3 by 2 matrice is added in. This is 3 by 2 resultant sum matrice. So this is the code. One by one you can scan it. What we are doing here, basically simple for loop we are using. Every time we are using 2 for loop, 1 for row and 1 for column. And the simple logic, I hope you know the simple logic is just run through the row. If row ended, come to column. If column ended, /n means break the line. So let's say if we are having 2 rows and 3 columns, means first row is going to have two elements. Next row is going to have 2 elements. Next row is going to have 2 elements. Basically, each row is going to consist the elements, which is nothing but the number of columns. If we are having 4 columns, it means that every row is going to have 4 elements. So this is the concept. So further, if any kind of doubt or confusion, you can ask me in the comment section. Else do enjoy the upcoming session also, and do like, subscribe and hit the press bell icon button, so that latest video you are going to be got in instantly whenever we are going to upload. Thank you so much guys. Have a very nice day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.